So today we're going to be reviewing the Tamagotchi for you. I ended up getting this one on eBay, and this one's actually pretty different from the other Tamagotchis I've had. The Tamagotchi for you, if you're not sure what these are the Japanese Tamagotchis, and they come in color compared to the American counterparts. And this one's a little different from the ID and the IDL and the Tamagotchi color. So I wanted to go over a couple of things that I've noticed with this one. It comes with instructions and the battery and the typical box with the Tamagotchi inside. And I'm trying to show everything that comes with it because the Tamagotchis in Japan seem to have a lot of extra things inside the box. It's actually a really nice box and really nice packaging, and it's very easy to go through everything. And the instructions have everything inside. These Tamagotchis are NFC, so you can connect to your cell phone. Not if you have an iPhone, but if you have something like a Galaxy or any of the Samsungs or any of the phones that actually have NFC, it'll work really well with it. So the Tamagotchi itself is a lot thicker than the American ones because it holds bigger batteries in the back and you have a full color screen. So like any Tamagotchi, you have to set your time so you can have a Tamagotchi that is born during the correct time and it's not going to beep in the middle of the night. And then your birthday, month first and day after. And I set my birthday in there for this one. And then you pick a name. You can actually write the name if you want. I like to pick random things and just kind of go with it. And there's a bunch of really cute little emoticons you can use. And then if you're satisfied with the name, you say yes, and then a little egg will appear and you will wait for it to hatch. And now that the egg is hatching, you have to wait a couple minutes for this to happen. I ended up just cutting the video so you could see. I ended up getting this really cute little bird-like Tamagotchi, and everybody has like a parade and everything, so everything's like fun times for this Tamagotchi, and he will introduce himself or her to you, will shout out the name, and I ended up choosing two cute random emoticons. And he's going to ask you what type of personality he plans on being, and you can choose a couple of different ones. There's like happy and kind of angry and I guess disgruntled and sad and in love. And I ended up picking a more mischievous feel for mine. And they seem to change throughout the game, which is nice. So your character will change personalities. Then you can go to the status bar and you can see if he's hungry and his weight and the type of generation and how much money you have. And there's other sections to it that are very similar to the ID and the IDL. And then you can check your birthday, and there's a ton of extra stuff in the menu. So I don't know exactly what every single thing is, but I'm starting to figure it out. So then you start going through the menu, and then you can change your time if you messed up on the time the first time, or you want to set it to a different time, you can. And then the second one lets you choose different backgrounds for the bottom and the top, which is actually really nice. And then you have your contrast. And then the last one is your sound on and off, which is very important if you don't want this thing beeping all the time. So there's a couple of different backgrounds that you can choose from. There's like fish, and then there's the hearts, and there's bows, and there's and then the generic one that you can go back to. So it just comes down to what you like. But the nice thing is it gives you an option, so you don't have to stick to the one that came with the Tamagotchi. So we're going to stick with the jewels for this one. And we're going to go through the menu and show you what this Tamagotchi has, because this one has things placed in different areas compared to the other Japanese Tamagotchis. And if you're new to the Japanese Tamagotchis, they're very different from the American black and white ones because there's a lot more options. And you can feed it rice balls, which is very common. You have like the rice, and then you have one of the treats, and it's usually like a rice and a cookie or rice and a candy. And when the Tamagotchi is young, he won't mind eating the rice ball, but when it gets older, he or she will really dislike it. So you can give it cookies, and just be careful with not feeding it too much because it'll get really fat. The second option in the restaurant is you can actually go to the restaurant. Just make sure you have money because everything costs in the restaurant. I tend to take the Tamagotchi when it gets older to the restaurant because when it's young, I don't know, I feel like you're just kind of wasting money because he will eat rice balls and be happy and just fine. So bring your Tamagotchi here when it gets a little bit older, you have some money. But first you have to play games to get some money. So we're going to go to the first option, and the first option is the Tama Depot, or Depa. It's the store, and the first option is where the games are held. And you have two options. You have the first one, and this game is bowling, and you have to hit it in the reddish zone, because you want to make sure you get a strike, and more strikes that you get, then more money that you gain. The second one is the space one, that you have to avoid all the rocks coming at you, and the more you do, I mean, the more money you get in the end. And the game will end if you get hit by a rock or if you win. And then you get your little sack of money. And you can use this money to buy toys, you can buy environments or backgrounds for your characters. So here we're going to go see how much it would cost to change my room. And everything's around the 500 Gotchi points, which is normal. So we're going to go to the third option, and the third option is more selling of just items in the Tamagotchi store. And they all do different things. They're just like items you can use. Especially items you can use over and over again. The third one is where you can buy dresses or outfits if you have a little guy character. And you can also buy accessories in this one. You have your tiaras and your bows and all this cute stuff. So you can really dress up your Tamagotchi and make it stand out from all the others, which is cute. It's just an extra option. And you can go to the park, and you can choose to either just go to the park and hang out and hope that you meet somebody, and if you don't, then your Tamagotchi will cry. Or if you have chosen the second option, which I did not in this video, usually you have to play a game with somebody at the park, and you can win money that way, which is cute. It's just something different, so it's technically a third game that is hidden inside the park. And I'm going through the options in here, and this is the bathroom, and you can shower your Tamagotchi because he will get dirty. So you can clean him up, and it's got cute animation. I mean, he'll jump in the tub and brush his teeth. And it'll show you how happy he is, because Tamagotchi likes to stay clean. So these are more options for the getting out of the house, the little door. This one I'm not 100% sure just yet. I think it's the school, but I'll have to come back to it later when I'm a little bit older, because he cannot go to it just yet. And then there's another option over here which you go in. This is where they make cakes. It's a bakery. And these girls get together and they bake a cake. And my Tamagotchi seems to really, really like this. So he's having a party with these girls, and this cake gets built all of a sudden. And it's all happy. Happy times for these guys. My little yellow peep looking thing is jumping around. So there's like the toolbox, or I guess the chest, and that's where you save stuff. And then there's the book. It depends on where you've met people, and it'll record all that stuff in there. And then you can connect to other Tamagotchis, or you can connect to they're like these little ID cards, so you can do NFC stuff on them, and you can actually gain things. And this one, my Tamagotchi decided it wanted to poop on the ground, so I caught it right in time. So I hope this helps a little bit. This is the first video for this. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.